Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, in the last video, I talked about how businesses are closing down all over South Africa when it comes to the CBDs because they're just too dangerous. And in particular, KwaZulu-Natal, which used to have a very thriving business sector in the CBD area. Now, here we're going to actually concentrate on the crime and also the complete corruption going on within the South African Police Service. First of all, let's have a look at a video. And this took place in Port Elizabeth earlier today. An Eastern Cape traffic official was disarmed at a fuel station shop in New Brighton, Port Elizabeth. Denelle van der Merwe, 29, and her fiancé were standing in a queue waiting to pay when the officer was disarmed and subsequently fled from the man brandishing her weapon. South African Police Service spokesperson Captain Andre Beechter said the robbery on Monday led to a car chase that resulted in a shootout but no arrest. The suspect fled in a white BMW, but the officer's fiancée pursued him and a shootout ensued, resulting in the man sustaining a gunshot wound to his leg through the left passenger door of the vehicle, he said. Okay, so here comes the video, and this is why businesses across South Africa are shutting their doors when it comes to the CBD areas and trying to eke out a living in more remote areas where there's not such a high level of crime. Here we go. The problem that we have in South Africa is that the police, a large number of the police now, are actually involved in crime. And you never know if it's a good cop or a bad cop when you get stopped. And there's an example of this where cash in transit, there was a botched attack. And the person involved in that botched attack on the CIT, or the cash in transit in Gauteng, was a police officer and a few of his mates. And they had explosives and all sorts of stuff. But that was a botched attempt, and basically the police were involved in it. And now the police are trying to shut up journalists who are reporting on very shonky deals and things happening within the police force. And in particular, the Hawks are reportedly trying to force Mariana Tam, who's a reporter, to reveal the identity of the source she used for a story about a top KwaZulu-Natal cop being promoted despite being implicated at the state capture inquiry. And I have covered this particular story in the past. SANEF understands that the Hawks are attempting via South African Police Service in KwaZulu-Natal to force Daily Maverick journalist Mariana Tam to reveal her sources, the South African National Editors Forum said on Friday. In her article, which was published on June the 18th, Tam wrote that Colonel W.S. Welcome Mhlongo from the KwaZulu-Natal Directory for Priority Crime Investigation, who has been implicated in the Zondo Commission testimony for allegedly tipping off criminals about the Directorate's investigations, had been appointed acting provincial commander of the Serious Organized Crime Unit in the province. Isn't that incredible? According to SANEF, Mhlongo laid charges against Tam at the Durban Central Police Station after the article's publication, and she was subsequently contacted by an investigating officer who wanted to reveal her sources. The Hawks are now investigating the alleged theft of documents and the disclosure of information which, according to police, was exclusively meant for the South African Police Service. SANEF said a number of incidents had taken place at a time when the forum was trying to schedule a meeting to discuss crucial aspects of engagement between the media and the country's law enforcement agencies. The organisation also expressed its concern regarding a visit to the Daily Maverick offices in Johannesburg this week by a police officer. They said the lieutenant asked for the whereabouts of a journalist, Aidan Lee Jones. The police officer refused to reveal the reasons for the visit to managing editor Gillian Green, saying he would come back if he didn't come right elsewhere, said Sanif. In another incident, police were investigating charges laid by Durban businessman Roy Mudley against journalists Aidan Jones from Ground Up and Trevor Stevens, who works for The Citizen. Jones wrote an article for Ground Up exposing alleged corruption involving Mudley in relation to the Passenger Rail Association of South Africa, or PRASA. The article was republished in The Citizen and Daily Maverick, said the statements. Sanif said the police want to take warning statements from Stevens and Jones concerning the source of the story. So, it's not really good being a whistleblower in South Africa. But I can assure you that if you send me an email, your confidentiality is assured. Because guess what? They're not going to come knocking at my door. Not here in Australia. So if you have a really good story, please send it to me by email. I'll put my email directly below. And also, to my citizen reporters, please, guys, if you see something and you get a video of it, send me the video. And if it's relevant, we will publish it like we have for several people in the past. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, ring the bell for updates, and have a great evening.